Hello, my name is Jonna Adams, and I am a junior in college studying at Waldorf University. Today, I will be talking about three main topics from Unit 6. Those three topics are, what are the structures and processes involved and how they interact to produce memory, whether or not it is a cortical, sensory, or subcortical process, and what can we say about environmental influence in the development of memory or the learning process, and how is communication mediated on a neurological level. The first topic I will be discussing is, what are the structures and processes involved with memory, and how do they interact in order to produce memory? Well, according to figure 13.2 in the textbook, the process goes encoding, learning, consolidation, memory, storage, memory, and retrieval, memory. In the textbook, it states that learning can take at least 4 basic forms: stimulus response learning, motor learning, perceptual learning, and relational learning. Carlson and Burkett, 2021. What is stimulus response learning? Stimulus response learning is the ability to learn to perform a particular behavior when a particular stimulus is present. Stimulus response learning establishes connections between circuits involved in perception and those involved in movement. Carlson and Burkett, 2021. What is motor learning? Motor learning is the establishment of changes, responses, within motor systems following a stimulus. Motor learning cannot occur without sensory stimulus from the environment. Carlson and Burkett, 2021. What is perceptual learning? Perceptual learning is the ability to learn to recognize stimuli that have been perceived before. The primary function of this type of learning is the ability to identify and categorize objects and situations. Carlson and Burkett, 2021. Lastly, what is relational learning? Relational learning is involving learning the relationships among individual stimuli. Carlson and Burkett, 2021. How do the structures and processes interact to produce memory? Well, the structures and processes interact to produce by 3 stages. Those 3 stages are the sensory, short-term, and long-term stages of memory. Carlson and Burkett, 2021. According to figure 13.7 in the textbook, the learning process consists of sensory input, sensory memory, unattended information is lost, short-term memory, unrehearsed information is lost, and lastly, long-term memory. Some information may be lost over time. Carlson and Burkett, 2021. The process of memory would fall under the cortical process. What can we say about environmental influence in the development of memory or the learning process? Environment can play a large role in numerous equations. Specifically, relating to learning, environmental influence is a big influencer. For example, environmental stress, lack of sleep, lack of nutrition, etc. are all environmental influences that apply to the development of memory. DrStudyLearning.com, 2022. How is communication mediated on a neurological level? According to the textbook, recognition of other people's emotional expressions involves the right hemisphere more so than the left. Carlson and Burkett, 2021. The amygdala plays a role in recognition of emotional expressions. Lesions of the amygdala disrupt the ability to recognize facial expressions of fearfulness. Carlson and Burkett, 2021. In conclusion, the process involved with memory is encoding, which is learning, consolidation, which is memory, storage, which is also memory, and retrieval, memory, as well as at least 4 basic forms: stimulus response learning, motor learning, perceptual learning, and relational learning. Further, the structures and processes interact to produce by 3 stages. Those 3 stages are the sensory, short-term, and long-term stages of memory. Also covered in this video was the realization that the memory process falls under the cortical process, Lastly, neurological communication is mediated in the right hemisphere. Thank you so much for watching.